Alright, so in this video I want to talk about Milo Stewart, more specifically a video that they uploaded just a few days ago.
If your pickup line isn't asking me my pronouns, I'm not interested. Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Milo.
Milo Stewart is a non-binary YouTuber. Non-binary, for all of you who don't know, meaning identifying as neither male nor female. So in this video I'm going to use they/them pronouns, so don't be confused about that. As I was saying, Milo being a non-binary YouTuber means that their videos are mostly about trans issues and trans topics, naturally. Some of those videos, or at least parts of those videos, can be a bit controversial, and I'm not the first person to, have a problem with some of them. Well, let's jump right in. I'm gonna show you what I mean with the newest video. So, just for context, in this video titled "Why Did I Stop Dating Cis People?", Milo is talking about why they prefer dating trans people. For all of you who don't know what cis means, cis, let's take me for example. I'm a cis male because I identify with the gender I was born with my biological gender. So I have balls, I have a penis, and also XY chromosomes, and also identify as male. So I'm not just male. In their opinion, I am a cis male. Well, that's just gender with extra steps. Ooh la la. So if you want to see the whole video on Milo's channel, I'm gonna link it in the description, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna talk about the few statements that I have a problem with. Coming up now.
And the fact that I am a trans person who prefers to date other trans people.
Please keep this word in mind. It's gonna be important in a second. Prefer. Preference.
But also I would say if you are a cis person who says that they won't date any trans people, I think you do need to analyze some of your biases there.
Here's the part of the video that I have a problem with. Why? Why do I have to explain my quote-unquote bias or analyze it if it's just a fucking preference? I'm into vagina, boobs. I like women. So just because I don't like trans people, I don't have to explain anything. It's just the way I'm wired. It's just the way I am. So it's a different thing when you say, okay, I don't want to date trans people because they're ugly. I see them as monsters. I want them in jail. That's bullshit. And that's a different story, because then you are trying to inflict harm on others. Verbally, maybe at some point physically, hopefully not. Or if you say, okay, my preference is, I don't know, slitting the throats of preteens or whatever, that's a different thing. But if you just say, okay, I'm heterosexual, that's my preference, that's my sexuality, then that's fine. I don't have to explain anything just because I don't like dating the type of people that you identify with. That is just insecurity. Really, it is. I mean, some people will like you throughout your life, some people will not, and that's fine. A rational adult will always say, okay, bummer, you don't like me, whatever the fuck, I don't give a shit. Well, you don't like me or the people or kind I identify with, okay, moving on, it's fine. Why do we have to paint them in some sort of bad light just because they have a different preference? That is fucking stupid.
I mean, like, really, it's probably better for the world that you're not dating trans people, because you would probably not treat that person very well.
Okay, that statement I can agree on. Maybe for different reasons, because you shouldn't date a trans person just because you think that society wants you to, in order for you to prove that you're not transphobic. You can be not into trans people and not be transphobic at the same time. It's possible, of course it is, despite what some people might have you think. Because the thing is, you shouldn't date anyone just because you think you should, or society wants you to, because neither of you is going to be happy with that. Neither of you is going to feel fulfilled, so what are you doing, really? Alright, to sum it up, what I'm trying to say is, not liking trans people in a sexual way, not wanting to have sex with them, maybe not wanting to date them, whatever, and being a literal transphobe, those are not the same thing. And they never have been, they never will be. Some people have reason not to, want to be with trans people that are horrible and cruel and mean and whatever the fuck. Those people exist, I'm not denying that. But just saying that, you don't like trans people, you must be a transphobe, that's fucking bullshit.
But at least so you can go through this world without enacting harm on trans people, you should probably think about why you don't find trans bodies attractive. My 2 cents.
Okay, so here are my 2 cents. Why, according to you, is my preference not to date trans people discriminating, and your preference not to date cis people is not? Surprise, they're both not discriminatory in any way. They're just preferences. I mean, honestly, I don't understand how you don't see that this is blatant hypocrisy, and blatant double standards and still saying shit like,
I know that there's going to be some people who are going to want to point at some imagined hypocrisy.
like, come on, just because you call something imagined doesn't mean it is, and just because you don't like some things to be true doesn't mean that they're not. People who identify as transgender are, well, they are a minority. They make up less than 1% of the US population. And just because you are a minority doesn't mean that it's okay for you to guilt trip me into agreeing to your terms. I mean, why is it okay for you to make me feel shitty for not wanting to date a trans person, but if I did the same thing, just the other way around, you would fucking raise hell? I'm just sick and tired, fucking sick and tired of people trying to make me feel bad because I'm not agreeing with them. It's okay for others to have different beliefs and opinions. If you go through life and you expect everyone to agree with you, then you're just not gonna be happy very much. Because people will have different opinions. You can talk about it with them, you can discuss it with them if they want to, you can maybe try and show them why you have your opinion, they are maybe gonna show you why they have theirs, and then you can, well, maybe learn from each other. But just saying your opinion is different, well, must be wrong. That is not logically sound, it's not rational, it's just stupid and immature. And I'm sick and tired of seeing it on the internet all the fucking time. I have nothing against people who identify as transgender. I have nothing against people who have a different political opinion. I have nothing against people of a different sex, of a different religion, different skin color, nothing. But I fucking hate hypocrisy like that. And as long as you're not just willing to say, okay, maybe it's a little bit hypocritical, maybe we should change the way we talk about these things, then I'm not gonna stop calling you out on it. It's immature, it has no place in 2020. It's fucking old school. Throw it out right now. Okay, I'll stop ranting now. I'll shut up. But just as a side note, the rest of Milo's video is totally fine. Like, they're just talking about why they want to date trans people instead of cis people, and they have some good arguments, and they have some good examples from experience even, and that's just, it makes sense for them to date trans people. And okay, watch out. Now watch me. Milo, you have a different opinion than me, you date different people than me, but your arguments for that, they are rational, they make sense, and you do you. So watch me, watch what I'm doing. I respect your opinion. Your opinion doesn't hurt me. It's fine for your opinion to be different. All the best to you. Bye. See? Wasn't that hard, was it?